Top of the morning, goons and mutants. Welcome back to another episode of Forgotten Gear Restorations. I'm Frank, your host, hailing from beyond the backside of the old bread factory here in Buena Park, California. I bid you a good morning, you and yours. We're going to wrap up this old 66 Bandmaster. We're going to get a full playthrough of both channels. She's crunchy, sparkly, chewy, and gooey. All the things that you love about the old Bandmasters. And if you haven't loved them, it's because you didn't know. Bye. Hey, good morning, guys. So today's chassis solder joint day. This is that 66 Bandmaster. You can see there we've got the bias ground. This guy here is going to be for the new power cord. Then we have two center taps going to this guy there at the 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock. And then we have a filter cap ground here. So good times. I love making these grounds, man. I've got my iron hooked up to this control. This controls an outlet on the back of this 1655, and then that's routed way behind the desk here over to this guy. This is my my Hacko FX 601, and this thing is at operating temp within 2 minutes. And it maintains tip temperature, so it's dumping all of its energy into the chassis, and it does it so effectively that your joint, your little blob there is ready to go within just a couple of seconds. It's a beast. So after that, we'll handle these resistors here on the power tubes, the screen grids, and then the grid stopper. I've got a little Y2 cap here ready to go for the neutral to ground, and then that's going to be it. Okay, here we go, a little tour of the grounds. Sounds kind of funny. But there it is. I gotta clean up some of the flux that I scraped off, but that's that. All right, Tim, so I whipped up a little shorting plug for your vibrato. You don't need to worry about a foot switch. You can just basically turn it on or off with the intensity knob. So this is the grid stopper part. And you can see I still have some scraps and funk to clean out. And you want to keep that as close to the pins, and that's why they put them there. So it has like the least amount of inductance and antenna effect. That's the idea. So, and there we go with the screen grids. So kind of tough to separate them from the background, so it's a little jumbled looking, but that's it. That's it for now. And I did notice this. This guy right here looks like he's just not even in there, doesn't it? See that? Just kind of hooks around, so I'll fix him up. All right, there's some clean knobbies. Cleaner. Don't want to get everything. Everything's nice and smooth. So we're gonna rock and roll, get those tubes back in there, and do some testing. And we got you set up and biased. 5 to 7 milliamp gulf between the two tubes. Not perfectly matched. They're older. I mean, what do you expect? About a 1 milliamp wiggle, not bad. We'll monitor them, make sure we're not going to get any climbing bias current there. But looking good.